right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. As you can see, game number 2 has commenced here, and worth noting here again with the weight and everything, Hugo Bick unfortunately unable to get the issue figured out there, but to keep things moving along, especially after a long game number 1 there, they are bringing in a ringer, Cluckmuck here, playing in place of Hugo Bick for the time being. So, of course, Cluckmuck, a solid and sound player himself, and definitely a decent stand-in here. But no doubt, we were definitely even praising Hugo Bick in that first game, and I feel like throughout the weekend several times too. So definitely a player that they're going to miss, but you have to move on, of course. That's what it comes down to. So joined by St. Rocks once again as my co-caster here, and we are now officially in game number 2. So taking a look how things are developing, it was Flux, Moira, Revenant, and a Warbeast bands. Very interesting that Sync would value the Revenant as kind of the issue in that first game.
Yeah, I guess they were just really annoyed with the Revenant ganks. That set up a lot of kills for them.
Yeah, that's telling. That's like, people may have expected maybe the Kane, if anything, but...
Well, I mean, yeah, they did do it. They had a lot of countermeasures for him, but no, they're definitely insanely deciding to ban Revenant. Because, Revenant was part of that Bloodlust, and he kind of set up a lot of ganks on Sync in laning phase, so I can understand where they're coming from with this ban.
Yeah. All right, well, anyways, as far as the picks go, Ophelia, always a good one for Sync, in a Midas, good one there, Puppet Master in a Cthulhu-Fawn. So, yeah, again, obviously a sound follow-up now happening, but Sync gets a couple of very comfortable heroes themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Ophelia Puppet. And let's
Switchblade play as well. Oh, what's that avatar? Is that a new one?
I have all the default avatars on, so.
Then you're missing out.
I am. Well, we'll see.
It's the Attack on Titan inspired avatar. Anyway, all right. So Ophelia, Puppet Master, and Swiftblade. That's a pretty solid god tier lineup right there.
Yeah.
And then facing off versus Midas, Cthulhu-Fan. Cthulhu-Fan obviously picked to deal with Ophelia and her minions, but otherwise not that strong a hero in my opinion. Midas very strong, and let's see what they're going to be going for. Doctor's open. Doctor could definitely be a possibility. He's most likely going to be banned in the next banning phase. So if they want to try their luck with Doctor, it will be now.
Could you see them going Kane again?
Well, against the Puppet Master and the Swiftblade, it could work, but it does not look like they're setting up for a Kane lineup, in my opinion. Rhapsody was the choice here, which I suppose is more of we get Rhapsody, that way you can't have her kind of thing, because they have the Ophelia, Ophelia Rhapsody pushes or not to be disrespected. She does have poor win rate, as Quincy Stans points out, but still, she's I think Rhapsody plus Ophelia has a pretty decent win rate together. But other than that, let's see, Dark Lady. Oh yeah, Insania's hate for Dark Lady. It's still a thing, yeah.
Absolutely. So taking it out here.
Yeah.
Here's Kraken.
Kraken.
So I think he had a great Kraken game, so not too surprised. Clanks and
Magnus as well.
So a lot of carry focus here.
Yeah, Insania is banning out the strong carries that has a lot of movability, and Slaskidu is banning out more so the Mickey heroes and a Behe. I'm not sure if I want to say if that's a Mickey hero or whatnot, but that's definitely a strong initiator as well.
Mickey has shown that he can play it in the farming role even and do pretty well with it. But yeah, this game wouldn't have made sense. Dr. Repulsor is actually still on the board.
It's still open. I did not see that one coming. I gotta be honest. I think he could be a pretty... So why would Insania ban high mobility carries and leave while leaving in Doctor?
They're just comfortable with that matchup with the puppet. We see it a lot, so...
yeah. He's just very good against Swiftblade. Right? Oh, what? I know for a fact that Flint hates that hero. With a passion. Wow, what?
And Sanyo was finally able to convince him that they're going to
Or
run with
maybe
it,
he
apparently.
just picked him because he's the captain. I'm not
That's
sure
true,
if
yeah.
if Lens is not very happy right now.
Doesn't have a
Wow,
choice, really.
Artesia. Okay. Well, I think that's gonna be Insania playing Artesia.
Yeah,
Um,
he has
as
talked about it before.
yeah, finally making his following his dreams here. I guess with Ophelia, but it's just like it's a support without a stun or any form of CC. That's a little funky. So playing the slow game here with an Ophelia as well. Hmm. Bubbles as the answer, I suppose. He is decent at split pushing, and he's also decent at counter pushing. So we'll have to. I mean, right now they got Rhapsody, Cthulhu, Bubbles, and Midas for counter pushing. That should be a pretty solid lineup to enforce the towers, make sure they don't fall like flies.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm really thrown off by this Atisha pick. I'm not sure what Insania's plan is with it. I mean,
Again, he's been an advocate of the. We have heard him say it so many times for the longest time here, so to finally see it's crazy. But yeah, I don't know exactly what his logic is to why he thinks it's so strong. I mean, she does bring decent burst. She has the global presence, so that's good.
yeah. Oh, that's a Mickey here.
Gauntlet final pick, interesting. Not another kind of not often seen hero making an appearance here.
All right, so currently Atisha, like her global presence does play pretty well together with Puppet Master's ulti. Like if she just puts down her ulti and then ultis Puppet Master's to the doll, someone is probably going to be dying on the other end. Ravener, okay. Well,
Oh boy,
yeah.
they're falling into the trap. No, well, it is. We're going to be a carry Ravener. Okay, it's a little bit better at least.
You don't like Ravener?
Well, okay.
That's good. You usually place Ravener in mid.
Stats. Is he not going to be a carry Ravener? So yeah, what are they doing here?
That's going to be Slasky playing it. That's how they played in mid at least.
Huh. Well, I'll just say this again. Quincy has these stats to back it up too, but Ravener is still winless when he's played as an initiator in games. He still has yet to win a game.
I mean, in tournament games.
In tournament play, of course. Well, yeah, obviously,
yeah.
I'm not talking TMM here, but in tournament play, that's the case, yes. So, now as a carry, it's a little bit better, but it's still not even that great. So, yeah, this just constantly comes back to, as far as freaking Ravener being picked up yet again, it doesn't seem like it has a high win percentage, yet teams are still consistent with him in the end. So, we'll see how Slavsky does.
I mean, no, not Sergius. Who was it now? Like Ogre, Team Shrek is Love. They have a very good Ravener player on their team, so I can see why they. Oh, that's gonna be. Yeah.
Artesia's like, what's up?
Hey, high five, boys! And he high fived the entire enemy team, and he will die. And he says lag. And I says,
yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean,
it's gonna be
that
sour.
could have been lag, but it's. I would believe it just because obviously that was a silly play, but at the same time you can't expect Team Who right there to just turn around completely. Oh boy, yeah. First Artesia game's going real smooth. Oh, when to start? Yeah.
I'm not sure how much Insane is obviously he's testing out something new here. I'm not sure how win oriented Sing is at this point. If you get what I'm saying,
this isn't the most die-hard game that they need to play here by any means. Like I said, it's money is on the line for every game, but yeah, it's not the end of the world either. And Sync does do this every now. I mean, they like to have fun, of course, and when they feel a little more comfortable in the series, then they're bound to do it. So it's understandable, definitely. But you're talking about that's where Reason Gaming's kind of sitting back and being like, "You better win, Sync."
yeah, exactly. All right, so we actually have Ravener and Rhapsody laning in the suicide position or in the long lane. While we have the solo Bubbles in mid versus Gauntlet. And I think that's a matchup that is going to be heavily favored to Gauntlet, who's going to be able to put a lot of pressure on Bubbles without Bubbles really having the same kind of pressure to put back on him. Top lane Midas is going to be soloing against Slat in the enemy jungle with Kisu playing the Swiftblade. And we have a Soto trialing bot lane. Cthulhu just waiting to go here, but that's
so definitely they were trying to go for Artesia again. That's definitely her big weakness. Is she's a very fragile hero with really no getaway, of course. So try to catch her.
I mean, most supports are fragile, but this support doesn't even have like a stun or any type of CC. She just whoa!
This time it will connect. Ball letting to follow it up. Puppet Master, he is going to drop right there. And again, you see Artesia just throwing out those arcane missiles of hers. Not doing a whole lot in the end to prevent the initiation. So the aggressive trial lane proving to pay off pretty well here for Team Who so far.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, and are they gonna go straight? They're gonna go straight on him.
Oh no. Oh no, he's has to try to dodge, but he can't. I mean, they're just diving the tower like crazy. Now Ravenor's getting locked down. Puppet Master does go down, but can Artesia at least get a turn kill? He cannot. They're gonna take the aggro of the tower. Now Rhapsody though is in a troublesome spot. So Artesia's still down here trying to pick up another kill. Rhapsody does have a health potion, by the way. If she gets the opportunity, Artesia's now collapsed on himself. The tower's not doing damage to them because they're out of range. And Artesia's going to try to juke and jive. It's not going to happen, though. He goes down. And a 4-0 lead of Team Who right here. And I think Insania realizing pretty quickly.
I think he's serious right here. I think he's serious. He want to remake and just like give them a win and be done with it.
Have a range creep as a lane partner. That's hilarious.
Flint is not happy with this with this support pick.
But credit to Team Who though. I mean, they obviously realizing the situation. They're like, well, this is what we'll do then. And I will say it's Cthulhu fun the way he's playing it too. It's actually kind of fun to watch. I mean, how active he's being and how he's lining up those stuns here.
Yeah, Shogun is landing some really nice stunts here, and I think it's worth mentioning this is how I want to see my Cthulhu played. Like, he needs to be played aggressive, or he's kind of going to be like... If you play Cthulhu as a passive jungler, you're missing out on a lot of that hero's potential, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And this is just, well done from Team Who. Now, leaving Ravenor alone down here for whatever reason, that's not so cool. I don't
know about that.
He's out on some farm here, but looks like they are returning. They just had to go back for a quick minute. But yeah, expect more action down here. Like they still have no answers to these to this aggression from Cthulhu. Like Artesia is not gonna get.
There we go again. Oh, misses that one though. And now actually, the hole comes out. Can Artesia doing some decent damage with those arcane missiles? To be fair, but it's obviously not enough for a turn kill.
That was a little bit of a.
So I can't push that.
Yeah. No. Actually, you can. We
try to push the ballista.
Yeah. No. That.
I guess you can't. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No. You can't. You can. You can push ballistas. Yes.
So yeah. Why didn't he? Huh.
I think he missed it. But anyway, you got to be careful with these. You see these blue lanterns things that are close to the tree line? Sometimes they'll mess up your charge. I don't know why. Sometimes they will. Sometimes they'll just stop you. And that's a little risky. It's like running into a cliff. But yeah, let's see. Ravener could also try to land his stun. It is 2 range heroes, so it's a little hard, I know, but Shokan has a tough job trying to land like these 1k unit yards stuns.
Oh, he's coming middle. They want to collapse now. Ophelia's coming in as well. So this could be both junglers having an impact. Who's going to come out on top? Gauntlet going in with the friendly stability. Does damage to Bubbles right there. You see a Catman champion be used. He hooks in as he gets stunned, though, next to the tower. They will get the kill on a Bubbles, however, and it works out big time for Sync right there. As far as the execution goes, very well played between the two. As bottom lane, Artesia again going to fall, unfortunately.
Yep.
Hope doing all that he
I
can.
think Slab is running for his life here. There's an angry Midas chasing him. Alright, angry Midas, not so angry anymore, and Ophelia's gonna be just fine. Anyway, so that was a really Mickey leveled up he got his level 6. Oh, Shokan is going.
Jumped here. He hooks away though before the transmute. He gets a turn. What a play by Mickey. Oh my gosh. And now Midas is in trouble. Midas is going to end up falling as well. A double tap for Insania on the Artesia, sure enough. Coming out right there. Wow. What a hook from Mickey.
Yeah, that was so intense. I was so sure he was gonna die, and then he just hooks Cthulhu, and then he turns a death on himself into 2 hero kills. That was just, wow, well done. Unfortunately, Puppet Master is kind of getting Shrek down here. He's not fit to solo lane the Ravener and a Rhapsody, that's for sure. Let's see. Top lane, Midas level 6. Swiftblade is level 7. He's not been moving around, but Midas has. Mid lane. Oh my god.
Bubbles again goes down. I didn't catch it, unfortunately, but Gauntlet, his ulti landed, so.
Yep. that's a tricky Gauntlet. If you need to, against Magmus and Bubbles, you need to land that ulti in order to kill them. And that can be tricky. Magmus can debat and stun. Bubbles can take cover pretty easily. Shell Surf as well if he has it up. But yeah, this time around, Mickey just landed ulti and Bubbles melted.
Yeah. As poor as this bottom lane win here for the Legion team, again, clearly who put a lot of resources into it. They went the aggressive pseudo trial lane here, and that's what really helped them make it work. But it's not paying off in the big picture, because you see both the other solo laners, especially with the Gauntlet. Now Artesia's coming over level 5. Hook is going to miss from Gauntlet. It's too far away, and I believe they're going to be fine in the angle. You see some good damage, though, from Artesia. Level 3 Arcane Missile now. It adds up. That's, what, 180 magic damage each time. And the global is coming as well. Top lane Swift play. That should be a kill. Swift slashes. No! The Fate of Black just in time. That is huge. And got to the tree.
Wow.
And he survives.
You can't be happy with that. That was Fog of War just saving Midas' butt right there. Let's see. Bot lane, we have Ophelia rotating into her own jungle. Fence has finally gotten his voice through on Skype. He's like, guys, please, I can't do this. I need some farm. I want to be 200 plus at least. So now Slap is here to steal all the creeps and push the tower.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, but yeah, Flint's is hopefully they're gonna get this tower, and that's gonna bounce Flint's back with some decent farm. But Banner is level 6, so if he gets some support from Midas, Midas?
Yeah,
That
Midas
was not very
here.
sneaky.
No,
That was not very sneaky. Like Midas just showed himself, and he could have let Bubbles initiate it with an ulti, and that could have been 3 kills.
Well, they're still going. Bubbles is here. There's the Shell Surf. Kelfield going to be coming out. Puppet Master avoids it. And here comes Swiftblade as well, spinning. And look at the damage on Bubbles. He's going to end up falling right there. So perfect timing from Keizu, actually, as he happened to be running in right as Bubbles chose to jump. But, yeah, you're right. If Midas didn't necessarily show himself, maybe they wouldn't have played that the same. Maybe Swiftblade never would have came in the first place. But now this tower is also going to go down in favor of Sync. So it was an embarrassing start for Sync. And honestly, again, just well played by who, but they put maybe too much value in the bottom lane and not enough in the southern lanes. But also just Mickey and Keizu clearly making some big plays here to secure an early game for Sync right now.
Yeah, definitely. But, I mean, Gauntlet was supposed to win the matchup versus Bubbles. That wasn't a big thing. I think the big thing was that Midas was rotating around without really... Shokin is getting chased down here.
Yep.
Bonk.
I was going to say, expect Artesia maybe to send in that ultimate, but wasn't even necessary. As Gauntlet doing the work, he actually hooks back Bubbles, misses Midas as a result. And look at that damage once again, not going to be enough. Bubbles will survive for the time being. The ultimate from Artesia, where is it? Oh, it's right here next to Rhapsody. Rhapsody is going to get caught. And
he didn't have
another
mana.
kill in favor, so yeah, pretty low on mana early on.
Leading the game in hero damage. And the support is over 50%. They have a 5-2 record. Okay. Well, looking good. Yeah, Artesia is at 15% overall hero damage, the highest in the game. So that's pretty intense.
Yeah.
I mean, the hero does deal a lot of damage. It doesn't offer any CC, but as a trade-off, it has a lot of damage.
Yeah. Constant lot of damage. It's not like a Witchslayer Pyromancer burst to the bigger cooldown with the ultimate. It's just constantly the bombardment. Now again, if she wants to be able to deal out crazy intense damage, she does need some decent farm as far as mana pool goes. But she's able to get some decent farm here with that set. Mid-War's coming out all of a sudden. Swiftblade, he's being locked down, doesn't have suicides, but it doesn't matter. Ophelia's touch. Here comes Colin, and nice protective melody will save some good damage right there. Nobody dead just yet right here, actually. Well, I guess Cthulhu did die. So, and now it might be another Ravener gets caught. That Voodoo Puppet Daddy ports with the ball line and gets 1 kill. Arno Artesia, but he falls in the end. Gauntlet chasing down still. He wants these kills, damn it. The Vagabond leader also assisting. Not enough for the kill to Rhapsody. The hook hits! What a hook! from Mickey yet again. Bubbles coming in to clean up, though, and will finally get a kill on a Gauntlet after the streak he was on. But the tower goes down. It's not even over just yet. Kazilova comes back in, but at what cost for him? He's going to end up falling. The amp damage goes up, and Kazu spins to his death right there to take him out. And that's finally how the fight will end. And safe to say, Sync is even further ahead now.
Wow. This game is turned around so quickly. Like, in doing laning phase, it looked like Sync was definitely not having a great game at all, and was like even asking for a remake. I'm not sure if knowing Insane, that could very well have been like serious. But anyway, now they're completely turned the game around, and they're really far ahead. 11 minutes into the game, Gauntlet even has his pole key. I mean, wow, this is just team fight.
Remember last game? I mean, they were up by a significant amount earlier on, and it kind of didn't stay that way.
They did kind of throw away at least a 5K gold lead.
Yeah, no, it's upwards of like nearly 10,000 experience, 7,000 gold lead or something like that. So they had a decent lead. But now I think this game is definitely a little bit different. I think the biggest factor there was that Kane and the anti-care lockdown. Again, yeah, look at that setup, man.
Well done.
That is just so well played. Mickey's just on another level this game here.
He hooked him into Swiftblade's ulti. That was just, oh my god, that's delicious. Kisu is going for the Elder Parasite Paul Key build on Swiftblade, looks like, which Graphics kind of started that trend. Bot lane.
He should have went to TP. I mean, I guess it wouldn't have mattered anyways. I mean, he was dead. Blitzmaster really pushing up way too far by himself, to be honest, but. Hey, well, he's kind of the bait, I guess, ultimately for the team.
Yeah.
And the rest is just
so
going around
he's
getting
not
kills.
having a great game, and he's like he kind of took a lot of the hit from the T-shirt pick by not having a support and getting killed repeatedly in laning phase. That can tear you down as a carry. You're like, I'm supposed to have good farm now, but I don't. I'm kind of like failing my team here. So he's going for the greedy farm. And he gets caught, so it's like, yeah. I think he's a little bit sad about the game. But, he's bouncing back, so keep it up, Flint.
Well, and again, not that Flint isn't a good carry by any means or anything like that, but you know, to be fair too, it's with a lot of Sync's history throughout Season 3, it wasn't relying on Flint to be that hard carry as far as high GPM like a lot of other teams do. Now, meanwhile, middle lane, by the way. There's a kill on a Ravener as, again, Gauntlet leading the way. The Portal Key, of course, now helping to position that. And you even see the ultimate, what is it even called? The Essence Projection coming out from Artesia right there to assist with the kill. They're also going to find Midas in the jungle. What they're even doing Roman this far up is beyond me. But, well, clearly Team Who wasn't prepared for that either.
This game turned into a slaughter.
It really has. This is just one-sided here.
24 kills in 14 minutes. And most of them are in favor of Sync at this point, and they're just taking towers as well. They're getting kills and taking towers. That's exactly what you want to do if you're like a push lineup. And Sync is not really a push lineup. They actually they don't have to push by any means. They just have an Ophelia, and they're making it work.
Yeah.
And they're not even falling behind on XP, even though they have basically been running from bot to mid to now top with their push.
This has no doubt been old Mickey and Kazu. Like, the solos winning their lanes as well as they did. It's definitely been the big difference maker. Meanwhile, top lane, we got more action coming out. Predicted Melody. It's going to be a full duration right there. Swiftblade eventually will cut through him, though. Ravener goes down to the background, and they only got Artesia. Now, Midas going to dodge another hook right here. Gauntlet. Hook is not up in 5 seconds.
5 seconds.
Not going to be able to land anything, at least just yet. Has 1 second. Mickey going to go for it.
He's going to go for fan.
Yep. Oh, just a little too close.
Oh, what?
That was pretty much the worst hook I've ever seen. So
that was a little off. I think he was like, I'm going to have to go for it now. I made all the preparations. Time to go. Didn't hook.
They're still going, man. I love it. Swift Slash is bouncing around in the background. He gets stunned, though. He's able to get a spin off, but Sync is clearly having some more fun with it. They know they have such a huge lead here. They can risk diving somewhat, and Gauntlet still wants a kill, man. You still want something? Not gonna happen.
He would have died if it hooked Ravener in.
Probably.
Ophelia doesn't have ulti up. He's 600 HP. Bubbles was close nearby. I think that was a blessing in disguise that he missed that. He's gonna go in here though. with Ophidia's buff on. Yeah.
Or,
So.
yeah. Gets sent back to base. As they say that, Swiftblade is going to be jump right here. And he's taking a lot of damage off the bat. No support. Well, not enough support, I should say. And he goes down. Can they get some turn kills without Gauntlet? They're missing out on a lot, of course. Ophelia doing what she can, but Gauntlet's back, baby. He jumps in, gets the kill out of Bubbles. Artesia doing work. Artesia with the arcane missile. It snipes out Midas. And a double tap for Insania. And now the push middle continues. So
He dealt so much damage that fight. The ulti in the trees, he hit so many targets with his arcane missiles. And Kizu is going for staff instead of Polki, and very tanky Kizu still goes down. He's not happy with that.
yeah, going the staff of the master. I think that's safe to say. It's a case of, yeah, he's kind of just having the fun with it.
Yeah.
I don't, for this build, to be fair, for the Elder Parasite, and you think maybe the Portal Key as well. And actually, there is some validity to it. I think it's the idea that
It's not far off, yeah. But usually, you want to still when you have the Elder Parasite, the Polki, and the Basher, you can still transition into like a decent carry, even with the Polki kind of build. So, Staff of the Master still kind of let's have some fun, guys. Only goes in.
They're trying to abuse this port. Now, it doesn't actually work, by the way, for people that are wondering.
Oh,
There's the classic Dota game a while back in the International that were their Devourer, or Pudge, I guess, did that whole port back thing. So it does actually stop, like, as it should, as far as the hook range goes. It wouldn't actually go all the way back to the well. But they're still trying to have fun with it nonetheless.
Definitely. I mean, why not? This is definitely this is a good way to keep up the morale in even like when you're winning, make sure you make the best of it. And the same goes for when you're losing. Like that way you're gonna have a much more healthy team coming out of a tourney game.
Yeah.
And I think Sig is just having fun right here. They know that this game is pretty much in their pockets. So they're, I don't know, just having fun with it.
After such a tense game 1, too, man. I assume so. 70 minutes. I mean, that could have definitely gone either way for the whole game. It was coming down to the wire. Came down to the wire, of course. I mean, that was just a crazy, crazy well-played game on both sides. Bottom lane, there's a hook. Hits Rhapsody, pulls her in, and she's dead shortly after. Gauntlet in response. He's going to be fine. The Gauntlet blast locking down. Cthulhu gets the kill. You do not want to port in with that ball lining right there.
Ramner's like, no, I'm not doing it, boys. I know I could press it, but I have to not do that. And
that's tempting. That's tempting. He's going to be gone right here. Gauntlet goes in on the catches Midas. Quick kill. Swift Slash is bouncing around. A lot of creep damage right there, more so. But Voodoo Puppet onto Bubbles. Nice stop from Rhapsody, though. Ain't going to matter. They're just sending in reinforcements one after one, and they're just being picked off one after one. And the push continues. A double tap for Flensmeister. I got to think the end is near here for Timu. What a dodge right there on the ball lightning as well. And Midas is going to fall. They're just literally feeding them kills.
Oh my god, Kisser! Wow. This is like, this fight has lasted like 2 or 3 minutes now, and it's costed 3 buybacks for the Hellborn team so far. And we still have like the entire lineup from Sync ready to fight.
That's going to do it. They're having some fun on both sides really in the end, but yeah, obviously it's just, it started the snowball, and I mean, Mickey and Keizu, both, they're the reasons once again. The solos, they just dominated their solo lanes. Arguably in matchups where they necessarily shouldn't dominate. Swiftblade against Midas and Gauntlet against Bubbles, so. But they did, and that was a big difference maker, because the bottom lane, to say the least, was not going well.
No, definitely. Flens and Insania was not having a fun time down there.
No.
But yeah, like Midas' decision to like stray away from a lane, start ganking mid or something, that didn't really pay off at all. Like Kisu just spent his time farming while Midas was away, and meanwhile Gauntlet like make his hooks. Bubbles stood no chance really. That was just it came down to Mickey just. Yeah.
I got the replay of one of his bigger hooks right here. The Cthulhu Fawn charged it, and he hooked his back. And they got the kill, and he stayed alive. And they went and killed Midas as well on top of that. So yeah, that was one of several Mickey plays that he made, no doubt, in that game himself. So, anyways, guys, that is going to do it for Game 2. So a much different and a much quicker Game number 2.